great day, ladies and gentlemen. So glad that you took time out of your life to be here. Some of you understand what Tuba Christmas is, and this is a similar event, except in July and out here in our beautiful park. You're in for a wonderful afternoon of great entertainment. We'll start officially with the national anthem of our country and also of our visiting members. We've got several Canadians in the group. This is a Northwest event, kids, and I'd like to welcome to the bandstand my cousin Jean Dowling and O Canada. Please rise. Please remain standing. Oh, Canada, thank you so much, Canadian flag. And now to the podium, our finest conductor, our usual fellow, Larry Gookin, and the Star Spangled Banner. We are officially the Harvey Phillips Northwest Big Brass Bash. We've been doing this for 26 consecutive years all over the region. We've got members from all over the country here this afternoon, and we're here to share some great music with you. It sounds like we've been rehearsing all year. Nope, just yesterday and today, kids. That's how wonderful these musicians are. It's a wonderful way to start out our afternoon together. We need to strike up the band, our tuba band. Our conductor, Larry Gukin, is the director of bands, long-standing member of the organization. A real paying job is the wind ensemble director at Central Washington University in Ellensburg. He's so glad to be back out of that stinking desert and back home. He's really a Montana native son. He's one of our favorite sons. We claim him, and they've got him over in that desert, and they pay him too much money. I think that's what it is. But we finally got his daughter here. She's the oboe instructor at the University of Montana. So Grandpa's coming back over. Like, we got him cheap this time around. Let's play a little Dixieland together, kids. That was too much fun. We're happy to be here. Here is Bill Bailey. Welcome home. Well, we've got, some folks wonder the kinds of music and arrangements we use. The vast majority are four-part arrangements, and that's real typical. Soprano, alto, tenor, bass. 4 parts going on, melodies you understand, and sometimes the melodies move around because when we're back home in our hometown bands and orchestra, we're usually always in the bottom and in the back. And now we get to share some of the spotlight with being in front and also playing melody on occasion. So you'll hear that melody around the band, but almost always in a soprano, alto, tenor, bass combination, with the upper 2 voices being a tuba's little cousin, the baritone horn, which is just like a mini tuba. It's a half tuba is all it is. And some of you know it's called a baritone horn or a euphonium. And then the real instrument that this event is named after, the godfather of all, the tubas in the back, and we have them written in 2 parts as well. I'd like to thank a number of our members for contributing music to this event, and the Continental Divide Tuba Society from Helena, Montana, and their members have offered up a number of their tunes, and in that honor and to salute to our capital, here is the Helena Polka. All that set up. setup, but I'm one tune ahead, aren't I? Oh, dang. That was a great setup, too. Remember that, okay? Here's a nice little rag for you. Roger Vaughn wrote for the Troubadours, wrote all the music for the Disneyland ensembles. He wrote a little rag over and over and over again with little twists. This is called crossword puzzles, and you musicians out there will hear the comings and goings and the cute little arrangements that he made of this original rag. We'd like to play it in his honor. Roger passed just this last year. Here is Crossword Puzzles by Roger Vaughn. Now I just ask you to recall that wonderful setup for the Helena Polka. And I thank you. In the midst of all this low brass, there's a need for a driving force. And in the middle and in the back, we'd like to thank Robin Blumenthal for adding percussion to us. Will you please help us thank her? We've learned some lesson over the years. Sometimes us big folks like to drag a little bit. We don't do it on purpose. It's just part of the nature. And she helps keeping us moving forward. Here's our Helena Polka. It's fun having an event here in our hometown, bringing folks in from all over the Northwest. We've got a large contingency from Washington here. Oregonians, got some Idaho folks. Nevada, Oregonians. Boy, they talk funny over there. Wyomans, and folks from Canada. We've got 3 folks in British Columbia, and as they travel here to our area and stop and get gas and goodies, everyone has stopped by and been impressed by those lovely cards in the holders next to every check stand in Montana. And thank God for Paul Stanton, who memorialized Duck Boys. Well, before he became famous with the postcards, he was an amateur songwriter, and it all began with this song. Here's the Duck Boy song. Singing quack, quack, yippee-yay, and quack, quack, yippee-yo. Get along, little duckers, get along real slow. Well, it's dirty and smelly and really don't pay, but I'll be a duck boy till the end of my day. ought to be doing things to celebrate our heritage. Oftentimes, folks come from west to here, that I-5 corridor, and they have some preconceptions of us. The whole cowboys and Indians thing. Well, we're going to turn that on its head right now. Gary, you got it. They're all afraid I'm going to screw that up. Just because I screwed it up once doesn't mean I'm going to continue to screw it up. Okay. Let's start with the Cowboys. Tell you, it's about time we finally named that battlefield over there for the battlefield instead of the fellow that made the bad decisions. But he made a good decision in his life. Here's a famous tune from the 7th Cavalry, Custer's Unit, and this was his favorite song. It's not the song they played. It's not the last thing he heard before he left for the battle. That was something about Goodnight Kathleen or something like that. Really, the band didn't play this on that last time out. Goodbye, Custer. Here is his favorite tune, arranged for tubas by our local in-house tuba writer, Mike Rosbarski. Here is Gary Owen. Thank you. And now something that you've never imagined hearing. Here's a Plains Indian song. I taught on a little reservation early in my career, and I helped teach a class, and out of respect for the culture and to spread, as teachers here in Montana now, we have the mandate to make sure that we have authentic and decent musical experience for our kids as well. And so I've spread it over to the tubas. Here's something you would never imagine hearing. Here's a Plains Indian dance song done on tubas. Get ready. Yeah, go ahead, go home and tweet about that, will you? What they should have been doing all along, instead of all that nonsense, they should have been going down the river to pray. Nice transition, Sam. I like that, buddy. For those of you that enjoy the Coen Brothers movies, this is one of my favorite, and you'll recognize the tune from "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" done on tubas. Larry said it well this morning about every program making certain to do something just for us musicians. Now, there's plenty of musicians in the audience, and if you get this piece as well, then we're bringing you along, our own tribe of musicians. This is a major work done by a local composer in honor of our namesake. Harvey Phillips was the godfather of tubas. Taught at Indiana University, passed about 5 years ago. He did more to advance the instrument, taking us out of the back row, but he was such a gentleman, a monster player. Absolutely, and then taught at Indiana for years and years, but he had a real down-home feel to him as well. He was able to just sit down and chat with folks, and he came up with all these tuba ideas. Well, he had 2 songs that are affiliated with him. He's a very religious young boy, and his favorite song of all time was Kom Susertad, Come Sweet Death. And the song that most of us remember him doing, he'd come to our events, these events, and sit down in front and play his favorite song all by himself, and taught us all about the words and the music of Sending the Clowns. He spent a time before his academic career playing in circus bands, and when the high wire acts would fall and fail, the lights would come off, and there would be something else going on, but they'd send the clowns in to distract from the tragic moment that went on. And Harvey experienced that in a circus. This is a compilation of those 2 tunes put together and separately. Please enjoy our tribute to Harvey Phillips. Mike Rosebarsky, the composer. Yep, we've got youngsters in the group. Nathan Light is 14, that's our youngest. Nathan, raise up your horn. We've got another favorite daughter this time around, born in, Glasgow. Denise still spent a career over in the coast. Denise is 76, our most senior member. Denise, wave, honey. She's not waving. She's picking up that horn. Furthest away, furthest out, and the best makeup, Kim Graham from Sparks, Nevada. Obviously, no, all the way from Sparks. No, they had a family reunion going on as well. We've got some poobahs too. You know, we're no dummies. We bring in pros to teach us, to be part of our ensemble, to give clinics, to play recitals, and to sit beside us during this time and take us to places of better and better music making. We're lucky enough to have two this year. We have another favorite son, Jimmy Robertson, who teaches at Eastern Illinois University, was born and raised here in Montana, and he's back with us on euphonium. Thank Dr. Jimmy Robertson for us. Oh yeah, good time to do it. We'll be right back to Jimmy in a moment. Also, the Poubette, this is the immediate past president of the International Tuba and Euphonium Association. She teaches tuba at Arizona State. She's a local gal for us, you know, Seattle, and has now risen to the most prestigious tuba chair in the entire country. She's here, been with us the entire weekend long, and she brings so much of musicality and personality. Please help us thank our major poobette. This is Deanna Swoboda. And speaking of poobahs, right now, Jimmy's going to take to the podium. His little boy is 6 years old today, and he's here in the audience. And part of our clinic was getting away from the music and playing by ear. That's right, there's no music involved in this. Jimmy, please, happy birthday for your son, James. Happy birthday, James. Where are you, buddy? Oh, you got it.
Sadly, James is sick today. He has a stomachache. Yes. But I was wondering if we could have some audience involvement, and if you could all sing. His name is James. Are there any other birthdays in the audience today? Anyone out there? Yeah. Oh, there's one in the far corner. All right. Woo, this is for you too. So if you could all sing along real loud, I'm going to use some technology. I'm going to press record on the iPhone, so when I get back to Grandma's house after the concert, I can play it for him. But it's an honor to be here in Missoula. I don't know if at any point in recorded history there have ever been 73 tubas and euphoniums performing in unison in Missoula, Montana. So thank you to you all for being so welcoming, and also to the Missoula community, just sort of a special, heartfelt moment. My grandfather, Don Robertson, is a graduate of the University of Montana, and was a pilot in World War II and did not return. And my father is a graduate of the University of Montana, and sadly he passed this year, but he was real involved in the musical community here in Montana. He was retired from Montana State University over in Billings, and was a real active music educator here in the state. So we had a Robertson Ranch reunion this week. We had 70-some relatives from the Robertson family assembled in Judith Gap, Harlowtown. So it's been a real fun week to reconnect with Montana and heritage. So I'd really appreciate you to sing along on Happy Birthday on this. And thank you to all the organizers, Gary, Larry, Sam. And it was great to meet Deanna this week. And sorry to interrupt the concert with a little speech, but we certainly do appreciate you all in the audience coming out to support us all, because not all are willing to listen to 70-some tuba and euphonium. So you guys are awesome. So playing by ear, an E flat major, beginning on a B flat, as in big brass bash, B flat. Here we go.
and invite you to come on out. So many of us right here are usually here on a Wednesday evening with the Missoula City Band. Jemmy will be here on this Wednesday playing a trombone concertino with the Missoula City Band, 8 o'clock right here. If those of you traveling, just stick in Missoula for another couple days. I dare you. All right, it's time to do what tubas do best. And we just play marches, man. Man, we can play marches, and folks like marches. Go ahead and tap your toe. This was written by the man, John Phillips, and it was to celebrate a wonderful fair going on in New York and the facility, which was the Hippodrome. Here's a New York Hippodrome March by John Phillips Sousa by Sousas. Some of us are starting to get tired. Whoop-a. We're lucky enough. Missoula loves eclectic cultural entertainment, and a little prep for you, I'm sure many of you know. So this week with the Missoula City Band is Dr. Jimmy Robertson. 2 weeks' time is the Missoula Choral Festival. And we'll have a special performance. If I got the dates right on that? The 2 weeks away? Yeah, okay. Good, I'm looking at choir folks going, good going, Gillett, all right. Well, the Missoula City Band will start at 6:30, an early start time, and we'll be hosting all the youth choirs from around the world here at Bonner Park in Missoula, Montana. The International Choral Festival is a great event. Hope that you plan on coming out for it. And we'll get some more choir guys back there. I'll be hosting the event. Oh my gosh, I thought they had better taste. I'd like to thank the reason this whole event happens is because of Sam Blumenthal. Took it over years ago from Tuba. We've got 9 folks here from Spokane that began this event. And after several years, Sammy took it over. My buddies from Puyallup, we're going to have this event in his hometown next year in July 11th, 12th? July 11, 12, and 13 in Puyallup. The guy who makes it all move, will you please help us thanking our Chief Poobah, Sam Blumenthal. You don't know him, but you love him. And hate him. No. Our flight is almost over. Here's another great march. Here is Under the Double Eagle. Obviously a man of good taste. Well, our final number, I'd like to thank you again for coming out and sharing some music with us. What a wonderful afternoon to do something so musical and strange and unique. Helping to keep Missoula weird. Thank you, folks. part of our new tourism campaign here in Missoula. It wasn't my idea. Coming up front right now, we don't don't mean to offend you woodwind players, but really, we can do this whole band thing without you, and we can. We're proud about that. Our final number will be the Stars and Stripes Forever, and in lieu of piccolos that aren't nearly as bulky to carry around, we'll feature 5 of our finest tuba players down front with the piccolo chorus. Again, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for all of our fine members that come from all over the country to be here with us today. And a salute out, how could you end it any better than the Stars and Stripes Forever? Doctor? Thank you very much. The Harvey Phillips Northwest Big Brass Bash. Bless you. Have a great afternoon.